Matt Duffield with mattduffieldtrading.com, and tonight we're looking at AXPW, pretty much the hottest penny stock of the day. I do want to remind you this video is for educational purposes only. You need to make your own trading decisions. I'm not a registered investment advisor. Penny stock trading can be very risky, so yes, you need to make your own decisions. AXPW, I've been watching this thing for over a week. There's pending news. It could come out any day. It's expected to come out before the September 13th deadline for this news event. But anyway, I've been expecting a huge pop. I've been watching this thing like a hawk. And today's price action was fantastic, and I managed to grab a piece of it. This morning, you can see it open around $1.60 or so, and dropped into the $1.50s. And, you know, a lot of traders were like, oh, here we go again, another drop for AXPW. But this time around, it found support and started to rebound and just kept pushing higher up into the $1.70s. I wasn't fully convinced at that point, but I knew this was showing promise. And I knew that it did a super spike last week and could potentially do it again. So I did manage to purchase a huge position here at $1.84 right before the big run. So I did purchase right in here. Price broke out, hit $2. It was a little iffy right there. There's some resistance, but as you can see, price formed a little mini bull flag, broke out of that, shot higher, and like I said, this really resembled the super spike from last week, and the price action from last week really took off around 1 o'clock. And sure enough, look what happened. Here's 1 o'clock Eastern. Price was $2.15, and within 15 minutes, it went from $2.15 to $3 a share. I rode this thing the whole way up. I was shocked, a little distracted with work. I did not sell on the super spike. I was more concerned with thinking about, hey, if this is spiking like this, maybe news is going to come out and then it's going to go up, who knows, $4, $5, $6 a share. Instead, I should have been focusing on this is a super spike. They never last, and they can collapse just as quickly. That being said, I did sell my huge position at $2.30. That's a 25% gain on the day. I'm not going to complain. It's one of the best trades I've ever made dollar-wise, but it could have been double that. So you always beat yourself up, you know, that you didn't trade it perfectly. But as I always say, you're rarely going to get a good entry. No, I'm sorry, you're rarely going to get the perfect entry and the perfect exit. I had I'm not going to say near perfect entry, but close. You know, before this thing even really got moving here at $1.84. And I didn't have a perfect exit, but I did exit at $2.30. Like I said, I booked 25%. Anyway, I took my profit because I'm concerned about holding this thing overnight. There's huge upside potential, but then again, who knows with the news event? What if the news comes out that the contract is not going through, or what if there's another extension? This is easily going to drop back down into the mid-dollar range probably. So if no news comes out in the morning, I have great hope for this. The technicals still look fantastic. If you go out to a 5-minute chart, you kind of have to take a longer look at this thing. Here you go. On a 5-minute time frame, you can pretty much see it's not perfect, but you can draw in a bull flag here. Something like that, right? Not perfect, but price is definitely bouncing between an upper and lower trend line there. So in the morning, if price can break above this trend line, say 240, 250, if you really want to be on the safe side, wait for a break above 250, because this will easily shoot back to $3. It's very simple. There isn't much resistance until $3 above this 250, 260 range. As you can see right here, there's your resistance at $3 back from that super spike back on August 31st. All the same, if price doesn't get that morning spike like this thing likes to do, as you can see, it got a morning spike here, a little bit of a morning spike there. And I think there was one on this day. It's just price gapped lower and then rallied. I would see the downside being $2. And then from there, who knows? I mean, if the news comes out, this thing can really take off. Again, who knows what kind of deal they're going to ink. I think the contract or the letter of intent is something like potential up to 10 million over 2 years. What if it's only 3 million? What if it's 5 million? There's a lot of what ifs, but this is definitely a play that is worth trading into for that news. I just wouldn't go crazy and have a huge position overnight. If it does get news in the morning or anytime, you're going to see this thing take off. And due to the low float, it's probably going to rally in a big way. And I can show you why. If you go back on the daily chart, look at June 15th when the letter of intent was announced. This spiked from $1.50 up to $5, and then the next day it opened at 7, went all the way to 12 before selling off. So even if you feel like you're going to miss out on the news, you might. But if you buy in after the news event, you're likely going to see another huge super spike. It's up to you how you want to play it. I know for me tomorrow, tomorrow morning, let me get rid of these trend lines. I'm going to be watching for a break above 250. And I still hold a small position of 2,000 shares in my individual account. I will definitely be looking to unload if this comes anywhere back near $3 in the morning. I can't do any trades tomorrow. I wish I could, because if this thing breaks above 250, I would be a buyer. But that's it, guys. That's kind of what I'm looking at. This is going to be a hot play tomorrow. Either way you look at it, there's going to be volatility. So be prepared and be ready, and good luck.